just going on from a story the last time that I made a video, and there was that person who came up to me and he was like, is there a problem? But anyway, we had that conversation, and then it could have been something that continued, but I saw him maybe a few days ago and he came over and he said hello, which was kind of nice. So that was like emotional, psychological aikido, like Steven Seagal. Like you take something and transform it, transmute it into something positive. Take something that was maybe negative charge and give it a positive charge. And that's something that doesn't often happen. But like I was saying before, I could make these videos literally every day on different events, on different stories, because basically in reality you're dealing with so many kind of like 2D, 3D people, people that haven't evolved, they're still in their false self, and even us sometimes can suffer from those behavioral patterns, but it's just trying to improve and do better, like make forward steps every day and improve. But yeah, I saw him today actually when I was in the gym, and then there was and I saw his kind of behavior around another guy, another black guy, and it was just like really aggressive, super competitive, and he's funny because when you move, you're in one area of the gym and that person's there, you move to another area of the gym and that person's there again, you move somewhere else and you're always just bumping into the same person. He's like that. And maybe now there's no like argument with him, but there's still a kind of like, you see with these energy vampires, I think he's kind of maybe like on that type. It's like there's this need to like get revenge or to have control or to kind of put us down consistent. Like even when we make up with them, we make friends with them and we try and smooth things over, they just can't drop it. It's like, like saying hello, so everything's so forced, like fist pump, like, hey, it's everything's just like it's done, let it rest. Nobody was hurt, nobody got into it, we can all just, do our workout. We could even just never speak again. And I'm happy, I'm fine with that. I don't need just like this like constant. And I had this incident with a different colleague who's like a bit senior. And last week as we were on site, he just kept telling me to tidy up, like constantly saying, oh, tidy up, tidy up. Like we were doing this job, and once we had finished the job, it felt like he was targeting me to tell me specifically, can you go and tidy up? Can you tidy up? Even after I tidied up, oh, tidy up, tidy up. And when we were back at our base today, we were back at our like major like headquarters, he was saying it to me again, but there was also someone else there. He was saying it to that person as well. So it just shows that, yeah, we shouldn't always take things always that personally, but sometimes these cretins, it's their nature anyway. Like they just constantly have to like put themselves above people. And he is more senior than us. But the way he was just talking down to us and really like driving it home that, that we, that he's got more experience than us. And, like those kind of like neighbors that, there was a neighbor actually who lives across the street from me, and she came and she was like, oh, here's a photo of your flat, because this flat used to be a sweet shop and it was converted years ago. But her family were living here years ago. So she just like, look, I don't know if you want to see, here's a photo of your flats here. It used to be shops. Like these kind of like, I've lived here for 30 years. I've lived here for 40 years. You just renting. You just moved in. You only lived here for a few months. Like, so what if I've lived here for 1 week? Yeah, I pay the high rent. I pay it. I pay the bills. Like, it doesn't matter. It's got my stuff in it. It's like, I live here like now. Like, you deal with it. It's like these neighbors, man, these nosy neighbors, like, do you know what I mean? They'll be parking their cars right next to your house. As soon as you move your car, they put their car in the spot that's right next to your flat. They just do all these like weird movements, man, like with the curtains and like the doors opening and closing. Like all these things are all coincidental, but there are no coincidence, man. Like in this, after you have your spiritual awakening, you just start seeing patterns, and yeah, man, it's just an ongoing battle, and it's like you're a one-man army. And also a little word of encouragement: if there's anyone that's out there who may be suffering from like relapses or falling into old patterns, I hope you don't give up. Like, just keep going. Stay away from toxic people and people that are draining. Like with me, it's like my workplace. There's so many people that can drain you. And there was someone that actually I saw coming in for an interview who I was on a different site, and he was there. He was just like really, really rude and aggressive, but I didn't say anything. But it's people like that. It's like we can't really escape them. They're in the world. Like, they're just really, really like negative and low vibrational people, and they're just there. So we have to learn to deal with them. Hopefully he won't be in the same team as me, and even if he is, because I've been there before him, I will have more say than him for a while anyway, until they train him up. So it's not a problem. But yeah, we just want to avoid these types, man. Like, I don't know which team I'm going to end up in, but I hope that I end up with like a kind of good team with experienced guys who have each other's backs, work hard, but also got good knowledge and are willing to like pass the knowledge on in a genuine way, So that's it, really. I just wanted to jump on and make a quick video about an update about what happened. But yeah, the gym is just a place where there's a lot of egoic confrontations and people just wanting to collide with you to get your attention, or just kind of, yeah, you just get to see people behaving like animals, basically. Even if you're just even on the street, actually, when you're just walking up and down, people just are generally just drained, and they're just like operating from their lower self anyway, proper like distracted, not conscious at all. And I think with us, like even like us like favored ones, like sometimes we can visit that place, but the difference between us and them is that we don't live there. Like, we want to also get to the point where we completely cut off our old patterns and our old self. And I think that's something that is a goal, for this like new year and new beginnings. We do have to try and cut off these old behaviors, but it's an ongoing process. Like, it's an ongoing growth and development, and like becoming more conscious and becoming more aware of like triggers and shifts in energy, and also our bio energy force field or biofield. I don't know how you like your aura, our aura, like we're always operating from sort of neutrality and acceptance, love, from those like good stuff, like more like open in the heart. Whereas a lot of these folks are operating from a contracted kind of like anger, fear-based, guilt, shame-based existence. So if we can kind of cut off having energy exchanges with them through like egoic stare-offs or conversations. Even when I talked about that colleague today, there was also another colleague who was not there. He wasn't in. He called in absent, and this more senior colleague was just like really abusing him, like just talking bad down about him in front of a manager. And I was just like, they just don't have any compassion. Like, even if that guy is bad, like, the job is like, he might need this job to pay for his kid, like, or for his mum, or for his life, like his rent. Like, we don't know, but this man is just talking bad about him in front of managers, like he could just lose his job. And I'm just like, in my mind, I was like, yo, man, like, why do you do this? But these people, they don't really care. They literally don't care about anyone. Like, it's just like, pff. And that guy's also a black guy, so you know how they are with us. Like, when it comes to work, it's like, don't get many chances. They just cut our employment quick. Like, if they think that we're not doing something correctly or sticking to the program. So I hope nothing comes of that, and he works out fine. I hope he comes in tomorrow and his job's there. But yeah, there's nothing more to report. Like I said, I could be coming on. There's always events and things going on in life because these people are everywhere, man. They're like, so many people are not healing, not being brought up well. So yeah, man, we're gonna have to go solo soon. Like, all of us out here, we're gonna have to go away, cut off all these like fake family members. Like, we have to cut these like fake colleagues, fake neighbors, all these like two-faced friends, frenemies. We gotta just cut them all off. Like, the only people we can literally. That's why I'm gonna make a video about it. All people that are favored, elected, chosen, who have light, who are soul, who are blessed. We have to all basically have a YouTube, because literally we can just speak to YouTube and there'll be like one other one like us, like a million miles away, that we having the exact same experience, because around you is like nobody's. You're literally like one of one in your town. Like, everyone's just like abusing you, like walking all over you, trying to use you, trying to manipulate you, lying to you, gaslight you, bumping into you, gang stalking you, following you, cars. All of these things that are happening to us. The reason is because they know that we got something that they don't have.